Are you stuck in a job that's going nowhere? Flipping burgers, stocking shelves, sitting behind a desk and wondering, is this all there is to life? Let me tell you, you're wasting your 20s and it's time for you to wake up. What if I told you there's a career out there where you don't need to go to school for 4 years and get a degree, where you can literally start making $100,000 income in your first year, and that'll be the least amount of money that you ever make in your entire career? Let's talk about why car sales is the ticket to your freedom. See, most people in their 20s, they're stuck at jobs that barely cover their bills. You're probably working close to minimum wage, stressed out, and broke. Sound familiar? It's frustrating because society told you that either you go to school, get a degree, or you just settle for this grind. But here's the truth. College is not for everyone, and dead-end jobs don't get you anywhere. And that's where car sales comes in. And before you have these limiting beliefs and preconceived notions about the automotive industry, just hear me out for a second. This isn't about you being a pushy salesman. It's about mastering a skill, a highly profitable skill that can completely change your life. Car sales is one of the few careers where your effort directly equals your income. You don't need to wait for years to climb the corporate ladder. You can start literally today and see the results within months. See, I started in car sales with no degree, with absolutely no experience, completely broke at that time, but all I had was a desire and a drive to succeed. Before I got involved in car sales, I had moved from Alberta to British Columbia, and I had moved so I could open up my own business. I was working at that time at a laptop store, and I had honestly started doing pretty well. It was the first time that I had been introduced into anything that had to do with sales, and our job here was selling refurbished laptops. Luckily, I had run into a really good mentor of mine, and it completely changed my life. I went from being not confident to now being so confident where I could approach anybody. I could approach any girl, I could approach any customer. It wasn't like high school anymore where I couldn't talk to anybody. I had done so well at my job where they decided to make me the regional manager, and then from the regional manager they had an opportunity to open up a franchise in British Columbia. So I decided to pack everything. I convinced my parents to sell their dream home in order for me to have a down payment to open up this business, because I knew I was going to make $1 million a year. I knew I was going to change everybody's life. When I moved to BC, I was completely out of control. I had no mentorship. I was out there on my own. I was making a decent income, but I was blowing all of my money. And lo and behold, what happened was I ended up losing my business. It was one of the hardest points in my life because at that time I was also about to get married as well. I went from being this guy who had everything going for him, who had all the relatives. Now all of a sudden, before they were talking shit about me, now they were saying all good things about me. I had everything going for me at that time, but I didn't know how to handle success, and I was not ready for success. I ended up losing everything. I lost my parents' house. I lost my dignity. And honestly, I was just ashamed. See, I was just looking for a shot. I had my back up against the wall, and I just needed an industry to go into where I could just work my ass off and it would reward me for all my efforts that I was putting in. So what do you do when you're stuck? You look at your friend group and you look at the guy who's making the most amount of money. And one of my friends, he was around the same age as me. He was 24 years old. He just got married. He just bought a home. And I thought, you know what, this guy's pretty successful. Let me find out what exactly it is that he does. And when I called him up, he said, hey Vashal, I'm in car sales, and I can tell you, you can easily make $100,000 a year. All you have to do is work hard. I said, I am ready to work hard. All I need is an opportunity and a chance. And he said, Vashal, I'm telling you right now, if you do that in car sales, you will completely change your life. So what did I do? I went to the first dealership. I walked in with my resume. I was dressed to impress, and I got hired in that spot. I remember it was at a Kia dealership. And lo and behold, 10 years later, this industry has given me the life that I always dreamt of. And fast forward to today, where I can't remember the last time where I made less than a $200,000 a year income. I am now the general manager running my own dealership, and I've helped hundreds of salespeople make $100,000 a year. So my question to you is, if I can do it, just a regular guy, why can't you? Now there's 3 things that makes car sales different. And the first thing is unlimited income potential. You're not stuck an hourly wage. If you sell more, you earn more. It's really that simple. To make that income that you always wanted to make, there's a lot of things that you need to learn. See, the one thing that changed the way I viewed earning income was when one of my mentors told me, he said, Vashal, if you want to become wealthy, stop working on an hourly wage and start earning part of the profits. Profits are going to make you wealthy. Now, when you're selling cars, that is exactly what you're doing. You're earning part of the profits that the dealership is making. And you'll see most people that are working on an hourly wage, they really don't get to their dream life. They have to still wait till they're 65 to be actually retired. And when they are retired, they're not actually able to travel the way that they want to. They're not able to stay at the hotels that they really want to. They're not able to rent the cars that they actually wish they could. But that is the story of the people that work on wages. If you want to become wealthy, you need to work on profits. Second thing is flexibility. There's no 9 to 5 grind here. The schedule is completely up to you. The more hours that you're open, the more money that you'll probably make. But at the end of the day, you still have that flexibility. If you do need to take some time off, you do need to take a month off, that is completely up to you. But in this industry, you're in control of your own schedule. And number 3, you have a clear path to success. You don't have to figure it out on your own. With the right training, you can go from beginner to earning $100,000 income in under a year. Think about it. In 12 months from now, your life could look completely different than what it looks like today. Imagine having the money to move out, to take your family on those trips that you always wanted to take them on, or even drive off the lot in your own dream car. But let's get real. Most people, they won't do this. They'll stay stuck in their comfort zone, complaining about their jobs, but do nothing to change. Don't let that be you. See, if you're frustrated and ready to take control of your life, this is your sign. This video was the one that you were looking for. Car sales isn't just a job. It's the opportunity for you to build that dream life that you've always wanted to live. Don't wait until you're 30 or 40 to finally realize that you just wasted the best years of your life. Start now while you have the energy and the drive to change your future. Look, if you're ready to break free from the grind, you can text me on my cell phone at 778-928-0430, and I will help you and show you exactly how to get started in car sales and show you the exact blueprint to get you to making $100,000 income per year. Don't waste another day at a job that's holding you back. Your future literally starts now. Remember, your 20s are the foundation for the rest of your future. You can choose to keep struggling, or you can take a chance on a proven path to success. The choice is yours. I'll see you on the other side.